Hello, and welcome back to Authentic Heart and Soul. I am continuing to share my story. I know that some people don't believe in reincarnation, and so just from that alone, they started making their own hypotheses or judgments on what I was actually talking about. I was really careful with some of the words I was trying to use, but actually wanted to clarify something. The family and that life that I was born into, they were in the craft, like otherwise known as the witchcraft. And so just wanted to clarify that just to make sure that that is clear. And so anyways, as I said, I thought that was my only escape from that life, was to go ahead and unalive myself, which I don't condone obviously either. But I wanted to at least make that clear. Well, come to find out, I come into this life and, I'm growing up obviously in this life, and I was a young kid, and I'll just say someone that had some sort of ability to have some sort of relationship or some kind of interaction with me in my life as a young kid. I was anywhere from 5 to 7 years old. I don't remember the exact age. For a very good reason, I blocked this out. This happened in this lifetime. I blocked this out. But turns out someone followed me from that life into this life. I'm not sure if they were family of that life or what the deal is. Not really important, but so I was 5, 6, 7 years old, somewhere in there, okay? And I was, happy-go-lucky kid playing, hopping around, just, bouncing off the walls and everything. And then someone says, hey, I'm going to go do something. Do you want to come with me down to my workshop? And I was like, sure. I didn't see anything wrong with it. I was in a happy mood. I was, just happy kid. And I noticed that they had their workbench and they had a chair placed on the workbench. And then they put me on that chair. And I remember thinking to myself, it really wasn't that high, but I told myself for a very long time that I was up very high, because I was then levitated off of that chair. Let me explain something to you. If you don't know, witchcraft is typically passed from male to female, female to male. That is how the initiation goes. And so I was levitated off of that chair to initiate me into the craft. And I freaked out. I freaked out to the point where I was brought back down to the chair and tried to be calmed down. It was so traumatic because I had escaped that from another life. And in that life, I was about love, unconditional love, and heart and soul and light. And I only wanted light. I know that there's equivocation, you're always going to have good and bad, light and dark, and I'm okay with that, but I didn't want to practice any kind of craft, any kind of rituals or anything that I felt was not of the light. Here I was in this life feeling like I was going to be free from that, and someone tried to initiate me back into something that I wanted nothing to do with. Well, I made it very clear, and in this life, I am not going to be any part. I'm not taking any part in any of that. I made it very clear that I am only of the light in this life. That is my focus. Yes, there's darkness. Yes, I'm not afraid of the darkness. I'm not afraid of all of that. But I'm not going to practice anything that I feel is associated with darkness. That's just not me. That's not my heart. That's not my soul. I'm here for unconditional love. That is my purpose in this life. That is my life mission. To do everything honest and with pure heart and soul and unconditional love. So I'm in no way, in my last video or in this video, promoting or condoning witchcraft, any kind of abuses, anything that's not of love, not of light. See, that's what I believe in. This is my purpose. My life mission in this world is to be of love and light, unconditional love. So everything I do, I come from an honest place, a pure place, creation energy place, because that is what creation energy is. It is unconditional love. It is love. It is light. So Yeah, so I, needless to say, blocked that memory out for 30 years or so, around roughly 30 years. I told myself, I looked down at the bottom of that chair where my feet were and said, your feet never left this chair. Your feet never left this chair. And I shoved the real reality of the levitation down so deep, and for like almost 30 years didn't admit to what actually took place. But then I relived it, and I don't believe that anything should have to hold a person back. Yes, what we put within our fears or our things that are holding us back, any of those things in life, those are self-imposed. Those are choices. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't bad things that happen to good people, or just bad things that happen. There are criminal acts that happen, which again, it's horrible. No one should have to go through those things. But my whole purpose here and my life story, as you're going to hear things unfold. Sure, I've witnessed and experienced lots of things, but I'm absolutely 100% invested and want to embody and put out messages of unconditional love and light. That is my life purpose. That is my mission, and that is what I'm here to do. I want to speak to people through videos, want to write books and speak to them through books, and I want to speak to crowds and go and actually have speaking engagements so that I can share my story about things. Whether someone believes it or not, that's irrelevant. We all have things that we believe or we don't believe and we disapprove of, but I'm actually coming out and wanting to speak on real life things that impact people. And some people, everything impacts people differently. So I want to be able to have some of my messages go out for people to see that you can still make choices, and you can still respond to things that are happening, maybe even if it's not even in your control, and you have that choice to let something either defeat you or build you up and make you stronger. And I choose love and light, and that means that I always choose to turn it around to something that makes me stronger, and hopefully can be put out there as messages to make others stronger in this world. Thank you so much for listening. I will continue other videos in the future and continue to tell my story so that maybe I can help some people feel like, the burdens or the experiences in their life that may be somewhat negative can actually have a silver lining, and maybe, they can get out of feeling, sad or depressed, and they can understand that they can overcome and they can empower. All right, take care. Thanks.